everyone, welcome to the Final Cut. Mark the Movie Man here. Today I'm catching up. Meant to get this review out last week. Sorry I didn't, but it is my thoughts on King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Yes, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, brought to us by director Guy Ritchie. Didn't see that one coming. Here we get the story, the legend of King Arthur, if you will, where we pick up where his father, Uther, orphans him, gets him, escapes, protects him from someone who has betrayed Uther, Vortigern, in order to take over the land. Well, we see orphaned Arthur grow up and become kind of a successful guy in the underworld. But soon, Vortigern is on the search for the blood descendant of Uther. And so all the men of a certain age go out and grab the sword out of the stone to see if they can pull it from said stone. And when Arthur does, well, Vortigern was not expecting that, and we see how these two clash as Arthur debates whether or not he truly wants to be ruler of the land, and Vortigern decides whether or not he should dispatch said Arthur and keep his rule. That's the basic gist of it. We know the story of King Arthur. This film I kind of like to call Frocks, Stocks, and Two Flaming Arrows. It has Guy Ritchie's style all over this film, and while it is a little more style over substance, I did enjoy this film. I was very much entertained by it. It's a very kinetic, energetic film. Guy Ritchie's directions always keeps things moving right along, and I liked that. I liked the energy that this film had, and also kind of his own little spin on some of the stuff that is known in the King Arthur legend, namely the whole Lady of the Lake thing, and especially what he does with the Excalibur sword, whether Arthur is holding it with one hand or two. I enjoyed that quite a bit, and a little bit changes to the story as well, and enjoyed that flair. Now, while the director, Guy Ritchie, felt almost like he was trying to give you a little bit more of an action comedy, Charlie Hunnam and Jude Law seemed to be acting in an episode of Game of Thrones, kind of the way they took it a little more seriously, it seemed like, than the rest of the film was. So tonally, it kind of goes up and down a little bit. There's dark moments and humorous moments, as you would get in a Guy Ritchie film. Now, whether or not his style fits a period piece like the King Arthur legend, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I think a different director may have been able to handle this and give it a more serious tone, and maybe that's what's not sitting well with audiences versus the Guy Ritchie tone, which is a very unique style. So, overall, though, the special effects in here, I really enjoyed that, and the humor in here, and yeah, I had a good time. I thought I got my money's worth, though I can definitely see why it's not doing well at the box office. So, overall, though, I still give King Arthur, Legend of the Sword 3 stubs. Yes, 3 stubs for King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Not quite 3.5, but I was entertained, and I think if you go to a matinee and see it on the big screen, you'll enjoy it as well. And that'll about do it for us here on The Final Cut. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for your support, and until next time, keep that ticket stub.